So you've been to how many countries so far now?
I cannot count in my hand, so I can be saying one after the other. Getting the visa then was a bit difficult. I tried the first time, I was denied. And the second time I tried, I was given the visa.
Okay, so your second attempt, you got it?
Yeah, I got the visa.
But why do you think you were denied?
Maybe something.
What's up, everyone? You're welcome once again to Kamaslight TV. And if this is your first time chancing on this YouTube channel, you're gladly welcome. Or should I say Akwaba? How do you say welcome in your country?
Welcome. That's
No.
English.
In English, I don't want English.
Okay, I don't know how to speak my language, but let me speak
Are you
Yoruba.
Yoruba?
I understand Yoruba. I will say Ekabo.
Ekabo. I know Ekabo. I've used it so many times.
But I'm not Yoruba, guys.
Where are you from?
I'm from Edo State.
Edo State. So Edo is neither Yoruba nor Igbo. They are different.
It's under tribe entirely. You know, we have about 36 states, and one of the 36 states.
Okay, so what you speak is based on the state you are coming from?
Yes, every tribe has their own language. I don't know how they did it, but very dynamic.
Okay, so if you don't know, I'm seated right here with a Nigerian. He's a Nigerian, but I don't think he's a Nigerian now because he's traveled to so many countries, and I don't know if he still represents Nigeria. But bro,
I'm Nigerian.
You're Nigerian.
Yeah.
And a nomad from a Nigeria.
Yeah, exactly.
From Nigeria. Sorry, a nomad from Nigeria. But how many countries have you been to?
Well, before I go into the countries I've been to, my name is called Aleph.
I would have gone there. But okay, since you want to start it that way, let's start it formally. Okay, your name?
My name is Aleph.
He's a YouTuber too.
Yeah.
So on YouTube, how you know?
Okay, I'm called Aleph Lifestyle Vlog.
Okay.
I'm a digital nomad.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
like I said. So now you want to go. I wanted to come back to that, but since you've answered that, let's go to like the number of countries you've been.
Okay, well, I started my journey in my first country out of my first trip out of my country was to South Africa.
South Africa. In which year?
Yeah, that was about that was 2011.
Okay. That was way back.
Yes, 2011.
Wow. How difficult was it?
Well, it was a lot of trauma because getting the visa then was a bit difficult. I tried the first time, I was denied. And the second time I tried, I was given the visa.
Okay, so your second attempt, you got it?
Yeah, I got the visa.
But why do you think you were denied?
Maybe some things were not right in the document process, you know, so then I had to get the visa the second time. So I was very happy. That was my first experience out of my country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been to how many countries so far now?
I cannot count in my hand, so I can be saying one after the other. I've been to South Africa, I've been to Kenya, I've been to Ghana, I've been to Cote d'Ivoire, I've been to... I passed through Egypt. Yeah, I didn't go into Egypt. I've been to Russia. I've been to
Kazakhstan.
I've been to Kazakhstan. Well, I've been to Turkey.
Let's say approximately like 10 countries.
Well, I've been to a lot of countries. So let me just keep it this way.
This man is a globetrotter. Yo, I want to be like you. I want to be like you when I grow up.
I don't mean to Dubai.
You've been to UAE
Dubai.
also.
I don't like the experience, guys.
Why?
I've been to
We'll
Dubai.
come to that. But like in traveling to all these countries, how difficult was it? I mean, using the Nigerian passport, because I know it's difficult. A lot of people say. Recently, I watched a video of Aina. I like that guy a lot. I love him. So I watched a video of him. He talked about how difficult it is. How difficult was it for you?
My brother, I won't lie to you. I am actually trying to do the same thing Aina did right now because I can't. I was talking to a girlfriend yesterday online, and she's from France. I was like, listen, I really can't wait the day I would drop my Nigerian passport and say goodbye to.
You're a proud Nigerian, but you want to drop
proud
the passport.
Nigerian.
I want to know the difficulties in why somebody would just like to drop that green passport. And
I don't know what is tied to the passport, but believe me, I don't know what Nigerians have done to themselves all over the world, but getting a visa is quite very difficult for a Nigerian. My brother, it's a lot of work. Yeah. You know, it's a lot of work.
Some of the challenges, like what you face. I mean, these countries you've been to 10 countries. I mean, that should make your passport rich enough to be able
yes. I'm on my third passport actually.
You see,
I'm on my third.
Since 2011, traveling is no joke.
My third passport. But one of the challenges I had was getting a visa out of my country. But one thing happened to me when I came back from South Africa. I went to South Africa twice.
Okay, South Africa twice.
Yeah, my second trip back, and I realized that someone told me that I can get a visa without going to the embassy. I was like, seriously?
So how?
Can you get the visa? I said, how can this happen? So that was how I got to know about Georgia. I didn't say I've been to Georgia. when I went to
Georgia
Georgia,
is
not far from here.
okay.
Yeah. So, when I got my visa to Georgia, it was one of the most impossible thing ever. That year, as at that time, it was very difficult also. You know. So they applied for me and through school to go study. And when my visa came out, I had the paper like this with a lot of people's name there, over like 20-something people, over 100 people or more on the list. And I was looking for my name on the visa. I was like, seriously? Even when I got into the plane, it was still like a miracle that I entered, got the visa without going to the embassy. So that experience I can't ever forget. Believe me.
It was smooth.
It was very smooth. When I even got into the plane and everything, I was like, I traveled with a paper in my hand. I was like, that way back, like 2012.
Wow.
I was like, wow.
So from there you went back to Nigeria again?
No, I didn't go back.
You didn't go back to Nigeria?
I didn't go back, no.
So when was the last time you went to Nigeria?
Well, I went to my country not too long before my trip to Kazakhstan. I went to Nigeria. I spent some time in Nigeria before going to Kazakhstan.
Okay.
So yeah.
How long did you spend in Kazakhstan?
Yeah, I spent about maximum almost going to 8 months more thereabout. Yeah, thereabout.
And now are you going back there again?
Well, I would go back to Kazakhstan because I call Kazakhstan a land where I can never forget.
What's so special about Kazakhstan?
Yes. When I got to Kazakhstan, you know, one of the things that we travelers and nomads we do is like we take a lot of risk. That's the word, risk.
Yeah.
We trailblaze a lot. So I got to the country. I didn't know anyone in the country. I knew no one, basically. I just applied for my visa and I went there.
I think all this country you've been to, you don't know anybody.
No. Even when I got to Georgia, I didn't know anyone.
Okay. So you got to the country.
Yeah, but South Africa, I have someone there. Okay. I have my family there.
So Kazakhstan, when you got there, you didn't know anyone?
I didn't know anyone.
I want to know the experience.
So when I landed at the airport, I just booked myself into the Airbnb where I stayed. And from there, I was doing YouTube for 3 years back.
Okay.
But I wasn't making a lot of traction.
Okay.
I wasn't doing very well in my space. So I started my channel again in Kazakhstan.
Okay.
You won't believe it. In the space of 7 to 8 months, whatever you are seeing today is started from Kazakhstan.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So that's why you love Kazakhstan?
Love.
It's not because of their beautiful girls or stuff?
Well, I love Kazakhstan for a lot of things. Because it's a country that nobody knew about.
Okay.
No one knows about Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
It's a very quiet country. So I began to make videos about Kazakhstan. People started writing me from everywhere. Who is Kazakhstan? I wonder about Kazakhstan. I got too many messages from everywhere.
Okay.
And the algorithm was too sharp that it just began to push.
So most of your followers are from Kazakhstan?
Most of my people from Kazakhstan, from Russia, watching. And funny enough is that everything that you see, that you are enjoying today from Aleph, started in Kazakhstan. Almost everyone in Kazakhstan knows.
Everyone knows you?
Yes.
Wow. But what's the population of that country?
Well, I don't know, but it's one of the biggest country in the world.
Really?
Same thing as Canada and Kazakhstan. There, yeah, it's very
in terms
big.
of
In landscape.
population?
Yes.
Okay.
At least I travel to a lot of cities, and one of
what's their capital?
The capital city is Astana.
Astana.
Yeah, Astana. Yeah.
So you would definitely go back there again?
Definitely will go back. Yeah.
So apart from Kazakhstan, which other country would you say it's been nice or welcomed you well, you enjoyed it, you wish you never left?
Well, the country that welcomed me very well and opened the door to my life today is Georgia, Tbilisi. Yeah, I happen to stay over 11 years plus in that country. Yes.
11 years?
Yes. Since 2012, calculated.
You've been there since 2012?
Yes, since the day I stepped in the country, I travel to other countries, I will come back. I will travel to other countries, I will come back.
Why? Like what's up?
Yes, at the year I got into that country, I was working with the University of Georgia.
Okay.
I worked with 2 universities, University of Georgia and New Vision. I work as a licensed agent.
Okay.
I was working at the beginning was like a full staff process stuff. Okay. Then I started my own educational business under the university.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we were going to travel. So they didn't understand English at the time. So I would take them out to go and plant in other countries to come and study in the countries. We were the one that opened Georgia.
So can you speak their language?
Yes, Gamanjoba.
What do they speak?
Gamanjoba.
Gamanjoba.
That means how are you?
That's what they speak over there. What's the name of the language?
They speak Tatuli.
Tatuli.
Yeah.
How about Kazakhstan?
I speak Russian language and Kazakh language.
Okay.
I speak the Russian language, but not too fluent.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So tell them that language to subscribe to my YouTube.
Okay, guys. Subscribe to this channel.
You didn't say it.
Subscribe to this channel.
Okay, that's cool. But I'm trying to say, so how many languages can you speak now apart from not the Nigerian languages, apart from that? I mean, okay, you don't spend much time in other
One
countries.
thing I do in every country I go to, I try to learn
the basics.
the basic.
Okay.
Do you understand? When I went to Kenya, I spent about 3 months in Kenya, and I can still use salsa, mambo, poa sana,
Yeah.
and I know nakupenda. Very important. I love
I
you.
also know Matako.
You know, Patako is a very bad word.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I know
Okay.
that. So yeah. Oh, but that's fun. Like,
So-
I love your life. I want to live. I want to live that kind of life. It's in my plans.
Yeah, you
but
should.
it's just some stuff holding me down. Like I'll say. So for me to know this, how do you find yourself?
In Qatar.
No, not in Qatar. All the trips, all the countries, all the moving and all of that. Flight ticket, accommodation.
Yes. You know, I didn't know that I was a nomad early stage of my life, but I just knew that I love traveling. I love to travel. So it was in between last year into this year, I finally understood that
This is your purpose.
this is my purpose. Finally, and the day I understood it, even when I'm talking to anyone around me, they understand that this is what he has always loved to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me to say you travel to all these countries and you don't go back to Nigeria as often as meaning like you love to do that. I want to know how you found all this.
Well,
people also want to know because everybody wants to travel.
Like-
so from your experience, you will know how you are funding all this. If it's just the YouTube money you are using, or that some money is coming from.
how do I fund it?
Okay. I didn't say fund. So you see,
I didn't hear that word.
you didn't hear it. I said fund. How do you fund it?
Okay, now at the beginning of my travel journey, I would thank my mom because she's someone that really believed so much in me. So much. God bless you, mom. She's still alive. She believes so much in me, so much, and whenever I say I want to do anything, she just supports me. Okay. And she kept me. So when I got to Georgia, I got a job with the school. Okay. I was working.
Yeah.
So at the time I would not tell the figures, but at the time I was working that year, and let me give a close figure to it. I was earning about $1,000 from the university.
Which year?
That was back then.
That's a millionaire in Nigeria.
Back then. So it was good for me then because the country was young. The country didn't have any mineral resources. So we opened their mineral resources as education.
Okay.
So people were coming in thousands to come study in Georgia.
And now so they are using this as tourism destination.
Now it has become a tourist.
And do a lot of stuff.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
So the only thing they had there was wine. Nothing more was wine. So they drink and drink. But now education has now become something that is sought after in Georgia. So that's where I was making my money from. I was working with university, and I was they paid me for my job. So then I didn't even document my trip to Kenya or South Africa.
Oh really?
No, I didn't document them.
You were just living.
I just living, you know. So
but do you regret now not documenting all this?
Well, I
know you will still go to these countries.
I must, not I would not.
It's not that you don't regret not doing so.
Yes, I think I
the
do.
first experience tells a lot.
Yeah, I do. And that's why I'm going to tell anybody out there, if you love to do anything, I advise you start. Don't wait until you have the perfect tools or the perfect materials to do it, because life is short. Death is sure. One day you exit out of this world, and what would they remember you for? What would you say you actually have done that you did that people can actually see that you live for? That's why.
It's advising you to travel.
No, don't be like me or him. Just find your own path. Find your own path. You know, I was talking to a friend, Aida. I said, because we spoke for like 5 hours non-stop. She has been to more than 150 countries. I said, Aida, yes. Aida, did you document anything? I said, I didn't document anything. Why? I documented in my heart. I said, I understand. Do you see?
Me, when I went to Ghana just for a few weekends, I did close to 30 videos.
I can imagine. I watched some of them.
So right now, my life has turned into anything I'm doing, I'm seeing content out of it.
Yes. Yes.
Like everything.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I cannot meet you. Even we came here to do stuff with you. I said, no, this is a full content. I cannot leave this content.
I'll go.
People need to know how he is using his passport, Nigerian passport.
Yes.
You have traveled to over 10 countries already, which he's about to explore the world now.
Yeah.
So, people in Nigeria are getting to know, they know that they can also do it.
Yeah.
But what is the trick? If you're holding a Nigerian passport, you still can travel, even though I've heard some of them. What do you think is the best trick now? Yes. Even though you have the Nigeria, it doesn't mean, there will be a limitation, but it doesn't mean it is impossible.
Yes.
It will be difficult, but it is not impossible.
It's one of the topics I'm treating very soon. I'll be bringing that videos out very soon, but I will give you guys a tip of it here because he asked the question, and that's real and open.
Yeah.
It's not no borders. I advise anyone out there, wherever, be it Nigeria, wherever you're coming from, one of the best pathway to leave the country now is through education.
Okay.
Yes, because and again, yesterday I was making a personal research. I discovered that even the countries we are running to, they are having a lot of problems. Yeah. Presently, Canada has got no job to offer you presently. I don't know.
Really?
There's job crisis now in Canada.
Wow.
Even in the UK. Because the wind rush is so much, people have gone into the country and there's less job to will dispense out. Why not explore the African countries?
Really?
Yes. A lot of countries that you will be shocked that you will find better opportunities that you don't even imagine there.
Wow.
Yes.
Like which country, for example?
Okay. Why are you going into my spirit?
No, I need to know. That's what I do.
We have Namibia.
Okay.
Namibia is a lovely country. Okay. There's one country I discovered again, Guinea-Bissau. This one, Niger.
Yeah, Niger.
They have a lovely idea for gold right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of opportunities are there that people don't even know. I can give you more.
Okay.
More.
So if you need more, subscribe to his YouTube channel and then go there and he will put more of those content over the countries you need to go. If you are struggling in your country, like my country, you are struggling, there are no jobs, you are crying every now and then, you are in Nigeria, you want to travel. He's using that green passport and traveling.
I'm scared.
You're scared.
They will go there and spoil the country.
No, not going.
I'm joking.
No, they are changing. Please don't go and spoil. No, open eye.
Yeah.
Don't go and spoil it. You see, that's what we always do. Like you talk about spoiling the country. Yes. Why do you think it's difficult for Nigeria?
That is the reason why. Because I went to Kazakhstan. The month I entered Kazakhstan, they welcomed me. You asked a question, how my experience. Yeah. The welcoming was bliss. You know, everything I want, they give to you. Even the accommodation is not too expensive. Life is they are also nomads. Yeah. In because they are a mix of. No. The Russian tradition is not leaving the country. Yes. Okay. But they are close to China. Okay. They look Chinese. Okay. So their descendants.
So they are no Muslim country.
They are Muslim. And funny about that, you will not even know that you are in a Muslim country.
Really?
Yes. You will never know.
In Qatar, you get to know that you are in a Muslim country. So why would you say when you are there?
Even Qatar too is not really choking. Qatar is not making me feel like I'm in a Muslim country. I've been here now for a while.
And you don't feel like you're in a Muslim?
I don't feel like.
What would make you feel like you're in a Muslim country?
Like, look now, when I went to Dubai, every morning, the first thing that wakes you up is the cry of the prayer. The prayer is and the laws are like the laws hold you to the point that you can't even. I can wear my short knicker in Qatar. Yeah. I can do the way I like in Qatar, and open opportunities to you. You can meet anyone and talk to anyone. So I don't see any problem with
the fact that you say Qatar is like this. So don't think of coming because now there are no jobs. Please, I know a lot of people in my DM and every day. Please, there are no jobs currently in Qatar. Please don't. I'm begging you. Yeah. So that's about it. You talked about funding and everything.
So that's how I've been able to fund my trips, working. So
are you working here in Qatar?
Yeah. Now I still don't work in Qatar, but I work with a school in Kazakhstan. When I went to Kazakhstan, I was teaching English because I found myself in the educational line all my life. Okay. So I got a job as a teacher. Okay. I was teaching them English because they don't speak English. Okay. They speak a lot of Russian, and 10 years from now, they will still have English problem because they're not letting Russian language go. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I was teaching.
Do you think that's a problem?
No, it's a problem.
How?
It's a problem because the Russian language is not going to be so much
it's not international. It's not accepted.
No, the UN recognize it, but it's not acclaimed. Okay. So you need to understand English. And I went to a city in Kazakhstan called Ustaminagos. I bet you I was the only foreigner in that city. and nobody speaks English.
So
Even
now,
my
let me ask you, how do you do this when you go to those countries where they don't speak English? How do you communicate? Because communication is very key.
Okay, very good. First of all, I took my time to study the country, what I need to coexist in such environment.
Okay.
Thank you for Google Translator. So whenever I'm teaching the students, I take my time to explain every English word with Google Translator. Then I learn the language real quick. I try to, because I have ears for language, but I need time to soak it in. So I know what bag means. Bag means rucksack. Key means kluchi. I begin to listen to all the small language words that they need. Then I use it to start. And rabote means walk. Near rabote, I'm not coming today. Grass teacher, davai means go. So learn all the basics that you need to communicate with. Before you know, you have yourself on the road. So I teach online English, and there's a platform where you can teach English all over the world. Anywhere you are in the world, you can work remotely. Remote work is very, very important, and you can.
So you are catching on from that side.
Yes, you can work remotely. Yes.
Don't go and travel if you don't know all this one. How to work online and do stuff. YouTuber, you just want to. Unless you have some money packed over there, you want to.
And it's not easy, my brother. I won't lie to you. So I had to work in Kazakhstan for about that long to save before I launched out again, because I can't find myself saying not living this life, because immediately I'm going to be 60, 70. I want to, before that age, I want to have traveled to all the places that I know that I can say, yes, I have.
So which country would you like to settle finally when you hit the 70s and you
I don't know what, did you talk to someone for talking to me?
No. Why? I'm asking questions that you have plans.
Yes, very smart questions. Very smart questions. Now, having been traveled and checked and researched and looked at the geographical check of any country, my plan before was to look for a very good African country where I'm going to stay and manage my old age with my wife and kids. I used to think of an African country. When I went to Kenya, I was thinking of Kenya, but I've changed my mind. Because the reason why I picked Kenya initially was because I wanted a place whereby it would give me the both feel of weather. The weather is something I need. I've been in the cold weather for a long time. Not too hot, not too cold.
Then Kenya is the best place. Or
Kenya is the best. There are other countries that can still give me that same thing. But until I discovered New Zealand.
You've been to New Zealand?
No, I've not been there.
But you've read about it?
I've spoken to a lot of people. I've done a lot of personal research. I mean, New Zealand is one country that I genuinely would like to stay all my life. And I won't travel
so far. But I'm telling him that after touring all the 195 or 96 countries worldwide, he's going to change his mind again.
How do you know?
I'm telling you, the New Zealand, he only read about it, but there's a country he's going to experience so much that he'll be like,
I think I'm not going again.
So you really talked a lot. You said a lot of stuff in this, and I mean, you should learn something from this. You take a lot from this. You don't need to follow his footsteps, but I mean, you can deduce something from this and also find your own niche and do something like you said, find your own path and do stuff. So do you intend to travel to more African countries again?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I want to travel to a lot of African countries. Yes, because there's something we downplay these African countries a lot. We don't know that there's a lot of treasures, hidden treasures in Africa. The average African man is thinking very strong on how to go to Europe.
Yeah, definitely.
And your country is where the treasure is. Yeah. Africa is where the wealth is.
I interview a lot of diaspora African, and they tell us that, look, don't think of coming to America. Everything is right here in Ghana. And I told them our only problem in Africa is unemployment. If there were jobs in Africa, most people wouldn't travel, because it's because of job we travel. So that's it. But they don't understand from our point. They want us to understand them. But I think we can balance it and eventually settle in Africa, like you are saying. Who is your inspiration? Who inspires you to do this?
Okay, one of the people that I watch so much and I admire his courage is Wudemaya. I love Wudemaya.
That's to the question I wanted to ask you.
I started watching Wudemaya when he was in China, before the while he was doing this. Even when I was at a point, I was down, I was sick for a while, and I was on my bed. But when I keep watching Wudemaya and his wife, the spirit just came back into me to just get up, and I started walking. So believe me, guys, Wudemaya And there's a man I was watching when I was very young. He's a British guy. He traveled all over the world by road. I love that guy too. And the entire, I won't take it out of him. He's someone I admire so much.
Now you've answered my question. I wanted to put the two. I wanted to pitch the two of them together to choose one.
He's my man. He's my man.
Do you know? Unfortunately for me, it was just last year or 2 years ago I started watching with the Maya and as for I think Tayo, or you could say Tayo.
Tayo,
Yeah. It was just last year I think, but I've watched most of his videos. And I love him. I love him so much. I mean, his storytelling. That guy is just too perfect.
I wanted
about
about
him one day.
So I'm sorry guys. I wonder about Nomad is that the spirit of just being yourself, just of sincerity, is very, very important. You don't want to do something because you want to gain something from it. Just do it and live and go on.
I think
that's the spirit of a Nomad.
Our time is up. We've done more than 20 minutes by now, I'm sure. And I wanted to do only 12 minutes, but the information keeps coming and all that. So thank you so much. Your channel once again, tell them so that they can subscribe.
It's called Aleph Lifestyle Vlog.
Okay, I'll put a name on the screen for you so that you guys can subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Thank you very much.
Watch his stuff.
So
thank you so much. My name is Kamasla. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Please.
Follow me on all social media.
He's doing a very great job.
A great job. Thank you so much.
Great job.
I appreciate you.
Good job.
What's up, Sly?
Thank you, brother. I hope I didn't